Alien champion grabbed her neck. Seconds later, he was begging for his life. The crystalline arena of Proxima Station held 50,000 spectators from across 12 star systems. Commander Elena Vasquez stood in the combat circle, her breathing steady despite the roar of the alien crowd. Across from her, the Crythian champion Vorthak flexed his 4 arms, each rippling with muscles that could crush titanium. The tournament had been humanity's gamble, a desperate attempt to secure mining rights in the resource-rich Kepler belt. Earth's economy teetered on collapse, and without those rights, humanity would face extinction within a generation. The Galactic Commerce Council had decreed that only combat champions could claim territorial disputes. No weapons. No armor. Just raw biological capability. Vorthak had never lost. His species had dominated the tournament circuit for 3 centuries, their naturally dense bone structure and redundant cardiovascular systems making them nearly indestructible. He had killed 17 opponents in the ring, including 2 humans who had tried before Elena. The warning klaxon sounded. Vorthak moved with terrifying speed for something so massive. His lower right hand shot forward, fingers wrapping around Elena's throat with crushing force. The crowd erupted. This was how he ended most fights, a quick stranglehold, a brutal display of superior strength, then the snap of vertebrae. Elena didn't resist. She couldn't, not against that grip. Instead, she pressed her palm flat against his armored chest. Vorthak's triumph roar died in his throat. His eyes widened, pupils dilating in sudden terror. The nanite swarm activated. 3 years ago, Dr. Rebecca Kim had made a breakthrough that the Galactic Council's scanners couldn't detect. Organic nanomachines, not technological, but biological. Living entities that existed in symbiosis with human cells, dormant until triggered by specific bioelectrical signals. The moment Elena's palm made contact, 10 billion nanites transferred through skin-to-skin contact, following the electrical pathways of Vorthak's nervous system faster than thought itself. They weren't weapons, they were information gatherers, mapping every neural pathway, every organ, every weakness in his alien physiology. And then they found it. The Crythian biology, so formidable in appearance, had an evolutionary quirk. A vestigial organ near their primary heart, barely the size of a marble, that regulated their entire pain response system. Stimulate it correctly, and a Crythian would experience agony beyond comprehension. Overstimulate it, and their nervous system would simply shut down. Elena's nanites sent the data back in microseconds. Her neural implant processed it, calculated the exact biochemical sequence needed, and transmitted new instructions. Vorthak released her neck. His hands clutched at his chest as he stumbled backward, a high-pitched keen escaping his throat. The sound silenced the arena. No one had ever heard a Crythian make that noise, a sound of pure, primal fear. "Stop," he gasped in Standard Galactic, dropping to his knees. "Please. Stop it." Elena stood motionless, her hand still raised. The nanites continued their work, not causing damage, but demonstrating their capability. Vorthak's legendary pain tolerance meant nothing against a threat his species had never evolved to handle. "I yield." His voice cracked with desperation. "I yield the match. The territory. Everything. Just stop." Elena lowered her hand. The nanites went dormant, retreating back through the air in an invisible cloud, recalled by her bioelectric signature. Vorthak collapsed forward, gasping, alive but utterly defeated. The arena remained silent for 3 full seconds before erupting into chaos. The adjudicator, a floating Celestian sphere of consciousness, proclaimed humanity the victor. The Kepler belt rights were theirs. Earth was saved. As Elena left the arena, she caught sight of the Crythian delegation huddled around their fallen champion. They weren't looking at him with sympathy. They were staring at her with newfound understanding. Humanity had entered the galactic stage not with superior strength or technology, but with something far more dangerous, the ability to understand an enemy completely, to find the invisible weakness, and to exploit it with surgical precision. Elena Vasquez had just taught the galaxy a lesson that would echo across the stars: the most dangerous predator wasn't the strongest. It was the smartest. And humanity was just getting started.